That's all I really have. I'm done, unless you have any question for me.
No, I don't really have any question. I mean, like you said, I mean, every family is different. Like, I mean, like my husband and I, we have joint our all our money goes together. I mean, I don't have
Mhm.
any. I think it's based on your personality. I'm the oldest.
Absolutely.
He's the youngest, right? So, but
Hmm.
I really don't care. I'm someone that I don't care. Like
Hmm.
the money is there. I don't even look in the account. I don't care, except if I need to zeal somebody. Yeah, then I log in and do, and he tells me, "Oh, can you zeal the person?" Or if I need to, but it works for us because we have a goal and everything is in one place. We know what we have. Because he manages everything.
Hmm.
I don't even know the password to pay bill or anything. So he he manages everything. But like you said, every personality is different. Everybody's different, and everybody do what works for their family. I'm not a big
Absolutely.
spender. I don't like to shop. That's it.
Mm.
I don't like to shop, so I'm not a big spender. He too is not a big. He doesn't like to. I mean, he's not a big spender. So he's a big saver, but he's not a risk. He's definitely not a risk taker.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I like to help people.
Hmm.
Right. So I like to help people, but also knowing that just like you is that I have a family. I have younger siblings. They
Mm.
are not yet
Standing on
uh
their feet.
right, and still living in Nigeria, and so I have to. I'm doing more of this of the help of the helping that he is, because he's the baby
Mm.
of the family.
Mm.
So yeah. So but I am not a risk taker either.
Mm.
Right. I'm not a risk taker either. I have ideas, but I'm not a risk taker. And I think it's not good. Sometimes because
Yes.
both of us are not risk takers, right? In terms of like creating generational wealth. It's like,
Mm. It's both good and bad. I mean, both
yeah,
of you are introverts. So, being
right,
introverts, both of you are deep thinkers, right?
right,
You're deep thinkers. You want to cross your T's and dot your I's
right,
before you take a step, right? It has its good and it has its bad. You have to focus on the good and not be swallowed up by the bad, right?
right,
So everything is neither good nor bad. It all depends on the way you use it, right? To be a deep
right,
thinker is good. Something you should hone. I'm an introvert. I'm a deep thinker, but then you have to recognize also there are shortfalls to it
right,
and guide yourself against the shortfalls, right?
right.
So that means you don't continue thinking and planning forever. You have to
Forever.
give
Mm-hmm.
yourself no, understand that you don't need to know everything. You just need to know have a good enough data and then go out, right? You don't need to know
Right,
100% to take the decision. You learn from every decision. You satisfy yourself that you have done your due diligence. You have done as much as you can do, right? It's a 80
right,
20, right? If I've done about 80%, then I really don't have to kill myself on the 20, because nothing is going to be ever 100%.
right,
So, yeah. So you just need to, and you have to learn. It's something you learn because being a deep thinker, you are, you have the risk of ever planning, never executing.
right.
Right. Uh-huh. So,
Which is what we both are. I
yes.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I like, yeah, we both are like that. Like my husband is a analytic thinker. I'm like that too, but he will analyze everything. Okay,
Yeah.
if we do this, where are we gonna get this money? It's like he wants to see the money in his bank. He wants to,
Yeah.
he has to analyze everything, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
we getting older, and I mean we're not old, but getting older, and
Yeah.
it, the time to create that wealth, start, creating something is now. We can't wait, but
Absolutely.
if
Absolutely.
he's the leader of the home, so I don't want to, I mean, I don't know what way to go. I just get ideas, but we
Yeah.
have to execute it together, right? He has to
Absolutely.
ultimately
Absolutely.
execute it, because
Yeah.
I expect
You
him
have
to
to keep
execute it.
talking. You have to keep
Yeah.
talking. You have to keep
So
communicating.
yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of friends. I think that's the biggest thing, is that he doesn't have a lot of friends.
You
Um, he doesn't
you're
have
you're
friends.
you're you're all that he needs. Everything is
Right,
addition.
right,
He
but
has to.
yeah, but that's not good too, because like for me, like for instance, like yesterday I went, like no, a couple of days ago I went out. I met like I met a group of ladies
Mm-hmm.
who they're trying to sell insurance, right? Trying to sell
Mm-hmm.
life insurance, and
Mm-hmm.
talking about having a whole life index insurance, blah, blah, just they're just trying to sell their market. But
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
going there kind of gives, me, I like to just go, and support people, even though I'm not going to
Interact.
do it, because
Yeah, yeah.
I already have a life insurance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like to go because I kind of, you exposed to information
Absolutely.
that you don't know, right? That you don't know. You're exposed to a lot of
Absolutely.
information, because, like, they
Yeah.
were talking about, living tax free. The
Mm-hmm.
millionaires mindset. All these
Mm-hmm.
things about that. I think you've talked about it before,
Mm-hmm.
but it gives me talking to people, other
Mm-hmm.
women who are doing
Other
doing
things.
real estate, doing some other things, and
Absolutely.
like one lady will tell me that, oh, that you don't have to buy a house to have real estate. You can buy land.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, but if the land is 250,000, I don't have 250,000. And she's
You
like,
don't
no,
have to
no,
have
the bank,
250,000.
yeah, it's like, no, there are lands you have to go farther in, and the bank can finance it for you, blah, blah. So
Absolutely.
all those information, like, it gives you the avenue to kind of get wisdom, right? Get wisdom, get see what's
Absolutely.
out there. But
Absolutely.
if you're cocoon in your house, you're not gonna know
You're
what's
not going to
happening.
know.
You're not gonna know
Absolutely.
what's happening. So that's the thing, is that,
Absolutely.
I'm like, I have more, more. I get opportunity to have to go to things, activities, than he
Yes.
does. So it's like nobody is talking to him that,
Yes.
oh, this is what's out there. Come on, let's go.
You are.
Pull him and say, okay, come, come. There's something came up. Oh, come, let's see if we can invest in it. Nobody. So yeah,
It's going to take his time, because it is who he is. Uh,
right,
it's going to take its time. You don't want to rush it. You can, if
right,
you need, you need your feet on the ground to change. You don't want to change in such a way you don't have your feet on the ground. It
right,
could also be catastrophic, because this is the world he is used to, is the person he's used to, right? So he
right,
needs to change in an assured way, right?
right,
So the first set of that is all that you are getting. You need to help him by feeding him all this data. If you are gaining value, let him see the value you're gaining enough that he has interest to start shifting in your direction. So you are
right,
his influence, right? Don't um, look down on the fact that he's not doing enough. Look down that you are taking the heat for the family, right? You are able to, so use it and then share with him and keep influencing him such that
right,
he feels interested to go to the source himself,
right,
right?
right,
Yeah.
right,
So I mean, he needs to get. You need to influence him, and
right.
influencing without making him feel belittled
Mm-hmm.
is important.
Right,
You
right,
know, it needs to
right,
be a win-win. So you are able to get it. So go take the heat for the family, and you know that because he's the decision maker, you need to
right,
supply him that data because being a deep thinker is useless if you don't have data, right? Your
right,
deep thinking
right,
is only as good as the data you have, right? So you're getting that
right,
data, share it, discuss it as a family, and keep doing it. Don't ever feel that it's a waste of time or anything. Keep doing it because someone needs both of you are in the same boat, and
Right.
you, irrespective of who is doing what, it's not important. The important thing is that that boat is sailing and that boat is
Right.
growing. Right. Yeah. So right
Right.
now you are the one that has that opportunity. Keep on getting it. Keep on sharing it. Keep on sharing it. And hopefully one time it will at least shift a bit, to go and get it from the source himself. But until then, you have to keep influencing it.
The only thing is that I don't know when it's gonna ever really get good friends, and that's my prayer about, I
It,
don't
it
know if he
will.
needs that, but
It will.
it's, I feel like, okay, sometimes I feel like, okay, is the time not running out? Like, these people, I meet a lot of people, and how they have like investments everywhere, and you're just looking, okay, you feel like, I feel like, okay, we're just, okay, that is the only
Yeah.
investment we have is the house, right? Okay,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that is it. And now, I'm like, okay, so that's how I feel like sometimes I'm like, okay,
Understand.
how do we get to the place where we're able to get to, where, I mean, I don't want to get to where these people are. It's okay, but it's just having something for the boys, so that,
I know.
for
I know.
ourselves, so when we retire, it's just not having to depend on social security.
Absolutely.
So, but if I get the information and I share the information, and then we don't do anything about it in the next 10 years, it's like I feel like, okay, time is running out. Like, I don't know if so.
You
Like
have
that's
to.
why I'm
You
like,
have
okay,
to.
all this wealth thing. Okay, I get information. It's like sometimes I feel like the information is like too much for me because I'm not executing anything. Right? Okay,
Absolutely.
like this,
Absolutely.
like with this book. Okay, I'm getting all this information, but what am I
Yeah.
going to do with it? What am I going to do with the information that
Share
I have?
share with your husband.
Okay.
You have to share with your husband, and if he has any question, you feel free to let me know, and I can come in and talk about it. You know, it we just need to influence him, right, without making him feel bad or in any way. It's gonna have to come from deep within to make the shift.
And even
You
for
know,
me too,
I
it's
know.
like, even for me too, I need to get more. I need to read more about these things,
Absolutely.
because like the event we went to, if you see all the books that this lady has read, the millionaire's mindset, I'm like,
I know. I
and
know.
so many books, it's like, if you don't know
Yeah.
the system, the thing is that some people know the system in America, right? They know
Yeah.
how the tax breaks and everything.
Yes.
If you and it begins to dawn on me that the country wants you to know what you want, what
Absolutely.
but you have to go dig the information for yourself. It's like, okay,
Absolutely.
so you can get tax breaks on this, you can get tax breaks on
Absolutely.
this. You
Absolutely.
you will never know it if you don't read or kind of dig in, right? If you
If
don't
you,
kind of read and dig in what the real what how you can get so much,
yes.
so that's I think that for me that's the most frustrating part of it. It's like,
That's
a lot of people have this information and I don't.
well. Then you have to make. It's good, first of all, that you know that they do and you don't. That's a starting point. But because you know they do and they don't, tells you need to set a goal to get what they have.
Right.
Right? There are people that don't know that this information is out there. You are a step ahead because you know it's out there. The next thing now is to work its strategy to get it. Right? And then you then have to be, so you need to be pushing, pushing, pushing. I mean, Rome was not built in one day. So you
Right.
don't feel bad that Rome is going to be built over a certain period of time, right? Life is never in a hurry, right? So take your time. You don't know it, don't be in a hurry. Just take it one step at a time. Whatever you learn, try and apply it, right? Because if you just gather information and don't do anything about it, it's useless,
Right.
right? Because there is knowing, and there's what you know by reading, and there's what you know by applying.
By
They won't
applying,
tell you
right.
everything.
Right.
They won't tell you everything. You want to find out some things by doing it, not just by reading it,
Right.
right? So you need to apply it also, but don't bite too much of the cake. Just bite enough that you can chew, right?
Right.
And you learn by doing that.
Right.
Because you're not a big risk taker. Don't bite more than you can chew. Don't bite something that if it fails, your world will fall apart. Don't do
Right.
that. Take it in little chunks that you can handle. If everything loses, it will not change your lifestyle, right?
Right.
But you will
Right.
learn by doing that.
By doing that.
So take the baby steps. As you get comfortable with the baby steps, you might then be able to take the giant steps. But don't start with the giant steps. Take the baby steps.
Right.
You know,
Right.
yeah. So it's learn, discuss, decide. So don't stay too much aloof. Okay, if you stay too much aloof and say, "Oh, I'm not the decision maker. I'm not the this," you're setting yourself up for frustration,
Right.
right? You need to get more involved. Don't just say 100%. My husband does this, I do this. No, there has to be an overlap in that responsibility.
Right.
Meaning that once I get the information, we discuss the conclusion that all right, let's try this. Let's not do too much of it. Let's just do a little so that we can learn from the little, see the results. It can
Right.
either be failure or pass. If it's failure, we've learned what not to do. If it's pass, we learn something that we can do more of, you know. But
Right.
staying aloof and say, oh, this is my job, this is not my job, will not help you because 10 years down the line, it's going to be frustration and regret, and you don't want
Right.
that.
Which is I don't want.
So there
I
needs
don't
to
want.
be
Yeah, and
right.
that's what I was. I mean, I was discussing with him that when I came back, about the information that I got, I'm like, I don't want us to live in regret in the next in 10 years time or 20 years time that we're not able
Absolutely.
to get stuff done.
Yes.
I know that we have a lot of responsibility, like from especially for me being the older one, but
Yeah.
you know,
It has to be all part of a plan.
right,
But
right,
you always have responsibility. But if you
right,
if you if you face that responsibility alone and not do anything for growth, you're gonna have trouble. That's why we
right,
do the plan. We do different financial plans. You
right.
must always plan for growth, irrespective of how much
Mm-hmm.
responsibility you have,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you want sustainable development. If all you
Right.
focus on responsibility, you are not growing.
Mm-hmm.
So you must always grow, irrespective of the responsibility you have.
Go
You don't
have, yeah.
focus on your responsibility at the expense of your growth.
Right.
Growth must be a continuous process. Otherwise, you're always going to be a servant to money,
Right.
right? Every kobo, every dollar you get, you must always set free some money to go to make money to go work for you, right?
Right.
If you don't do that, you can never retire
Right.
because you can only
That's true.
retire when
That's it.
money
You
is
have to
working
have,
for you.
yeah, and that's what the person was saying. One of the person that I mean was saying that like your money has you have to look at your money as like as a seed. You have to
Absolutely.
send it to somewhere where
Work
it's
for
going
you.
to like you said, grow for you. Because I said, look, I don't have to do business. It's not my thing. I don't like stress. She said, you don't have to be like you said. You don't have to be a business. You don't have to start a business, but you can send your money
Absolutely.
to work for you. You know,
Absolutely.
that you send your money
Absolutely.
to work for you. You have to see your money as a seed. You put it where it can generate wealth for you.
Yeah. People are growing money every day, right?
Yeah, it's
Exxon
amazing.
stock, Exxon stock has doubled within the year,
Hmm.
right? Exxon stock used to be 40 something. Today is knocking on $100.
Exxon Mobil.
Exxon Mobil, yes. So people are making money every day. It's a matter of just being where money is being printed, right? Which is you have to be exposed and you learn by doing, right? You learn by doing, there are some losses, but once you have a good stock, the loss is only temporal. It's going to come back up at the right time, right? So you
Right.
learn which ones to go in, which one not to go in. There are some that go to zero. Those Chinese stocks are the risk of going to zero. So yeah, you probably want to stay away from those Chinese stocks. But there are stocks that have good fundamentals, irrespective of where they
Right.
are each one in time.
Right.
Over time, they're going to make
It's
back their
amazing.
loss.
I mean, it's amazing. Tesla. Sometimes
Tesla,
I'm like
yeah,
shaking my head. I'm like, it's
yeah.
amazing how Tesla, it's crazy. People that bought it
People,
initially, I can imagine. Look at how much.
people have made serious money from Tesla. People have made serious money from Apple. You know, yeah, people have made serious money from Microsoft.
Right.
People have made serious money from Amazon. People
Amazon
have
too.
made
Yeah.
serious money from Facebook, even though right now Facebook has lost close to 50% of its value. But it's only temporal, right?
Yes.
They're going through some business changes, right?
Right.
Even though the value is lost 50%, if you stay with it, you'll recover all that money back,
Right.
you know. Yeah. Yeah, so those are things, and you don't have to bite too much at a time, right? You can take your time and do it in little bits, and learn as you go along the way.
Right.
But you don't learn by staying away and keep on analyzing. You have to execute also.
Right.
So both of you need to have more engagements together, and you don't want to stay aloof, you know. And
I I I I am. He's going to tell me. I mean, he. I mean, he talks to a few people, but taking the plunge, like even even just opening the stock account, it took him 2 years. So he's like,
yeah,
you have to keep on talking, and So, but
feel f-
I
feel free to send it my way when you need to.
it took him 2 years for him to even get one. It's like, and he's not even. I don't think he has added any since then. He has not even added any. So he's okay. So his thing is that he doesn't want to. He he doesn't. He's not into like all this, doing it. He wants someone to do it for him.
There are people that can do it for you, but
So
it's going to be at a fee,
yes,
right?
I feel so
Yeah.
that's the
So
thing. It's like, okay,
you have portfolio investors, right? So that's
well,
available also, but you need some minimum amount there,
right,
probably up to maybe like 50,000, or there are
right,
different categories, and so maybe from
right.
20,000 upwards. If you have that, you can give them that money, and they'll go
Uncle
do all the
Akin is
investments.
saying hi. Huh? Don't you say hi to him?
Hello,
Come on, say no. He can't hear you.
I
He
can
can
hear.
hear you now. He can hear you.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Uncle Anna.
I'm well, I'm well. We're talking about investment as a whole.
Oh, okay.
So it seems we need to have more talk. It's been a long time we talked about it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we're going through this book, so today is the last part of it, talking about how relationship affects enjoying money, just talking
Mm-hmm.
about different money personalities and all of that stuff, and
Okay.
I know both of you are introverts just like I am. So both of you are deep thinkers. And the problem of being deep thinkers means that you can analyze to death without executing,
Mm-hmm.
but execution is king, so you have to know that it's okay to analyze. It's a good trait. It's a good strength, but analyzing to death is a weakness, so you have to guide against that weakness, and
Yeah.
so you need to execute at some point in time, but you still need to execute in a way that is comfortable for you, right? You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to execute like someone who's a pro, right?
Yeah.
You have to execute based on what you can handle, the amount of risk you can handle. So
Yeah.
you take baby steps until you learn enough, then you can take bigger steps, So nobody's saying that you must put in like 10,000. You have to ask yourself, what is it that I'm willing to lose and I will not lose sleep over?
Yeah.
And just take those baby steps and learn by the time you do each one of them,
Yeah.
and there are just so many options, out there, you can do all of that yourself. And if you feel that you don't want to do that, part of the baby step is, just giving it to a portfolio manager, to do all that managing for you, So there are various options out there, and I have all of them, So there is the option of I used to have monthly foods, where they invest in several things, there are different products, they've since closed down. What they've done is they've changed that stock from being in-house to being on the stock market. So, but they grew enough that they could do that, and I made good money from them, while doing that, but there are probably other people like that. So you just have to find out, but it's learning and trying, and you don't have to take any risk more than you can take, you don't want to be like me. Years ago, I used to do a lot of paper investing, and I lost a lot of money. While other people were making money in the market, I was investing on paper. That's stupid, so because time is going, and you don't learn unless you're there, in the market. You just have to do it at whatever is convenient or comfortable for you as a person. That's what's important. We're all different, What someone else will put $50,000 to, someone else cannot put more than $2,000. Earlier on in the year, I put 40,000 in the market, and I used it to buy the big stock. I bought the Amazon, the Facebook, the Microsoft, Tesla, all of that, and it wasn't a good year for them. They all dropped at different rates, but I know that they're good stock. So even though they've dropped, I know they're going to get back. Some of them are close. Some of them are close to getting their value back within the year. Tesla has done the one for 20. Amazon has done the one for 20. So but you're gonna get that value back. So to say it's managing the time also, and all of that. But you're not gonna know all of this unless you are inside the market. All right. So let me talk more. I'm going to shut it down here, but feel free. Let's talk. But we need to move. We need to move and not just stay aloof. All right. So that's commitment. That's commitment I'm getting from you. We need to move. And call me anytime. Call me anytime. Let's talk about it. Your finance is my finance. Your joy is my joy. We're family, so let's make it work.
Thank you, Uncle.
Feel free to ask any question.
Uncle tell him to call you, because he will say he's going to call. He won't call. The thing is
right. I'll be the one to call him now. Don't worry.
Uncle, the thing is that he has to. I tell you one time is that he has to try to get the information. But anyway, you told me that I should give him the information, so
you have
I'll keep giving him the information. Yeah,
you have to. And I will be the one to call him. I won't depend on him calling me. The Emmanuel, I shall be troubling you. All right, let me let you go to church.
Okay, Uncle.